Hi, mentors. My name is Corey Clark, and I'm a manager of internships here at the College for Social Innovation. And I'm here to talk about helping your fellow work effectively from a remote environment. So let me just go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. So for fellows, it can take some time to adjust to working remotely at their host organization. And although this may seem counterintuitive, especially since these students spent a significant portion of their high school and college experiences on video calls, I think it's actually that long period of social isolation that is the reason that they're craving some more in-person social connections. Here is some typical feedback that we've received from fellows who work remotely. They see their peers leaving their apartments in the morning and feel envious of the experiences that they're having at their organizations. Many talk about how hard it is to sit down for long periods of time and to maintain focus and motivation when they're alone. And frankly, there's no one there to tell them to put down their phone. They can feel isolated or disconnected from their mentors and project teams, and others have significant anxiety about managing their time and accomplishing their project tasks. So, in light of these issues, it's important to help your fellow develop positive remote work routines early so that they feel a sense of connection with you and their internship. And a good place to start is to talk about your expectations for working remotely. We have a whole document on this on our mentor resources website, but I would like to touch on a few things from that document here. So the first is make sure that you share with your fellow what time they should be online in the morning and when they can sign up. So for example, you could say, each day I like you to be online and reachable via email or chat between 9 and 5 p.m. And how should they tell you about a change in their schedule? And do they need your approval? So for example, you could tell them that if you need to adjust the schedule, to send me an email at least 24 hours in advance. Can your fellow take breaks throughout the day as needed? And do they need to tell the team when they're going to take that break? Maybe it's customary in your organization to send a message to the team chat saying, stepping away, I'll be back online at 1 p.m. And are you comfortable with your fellow working in a library or cafe or some other co-working space? Sometimes a fellow being able to leave their apartment, work somewhere else, it's just a good way to separate work time from personal time. And what are your team norms surrounding video calls? For example, you might want to share, we typically have our cameras on for video calls and we do our best to be in a quiet workspace, but we understand shared living spaces, so not to worry if your roommate walks into the room. Continuing on this topic, the most anxiety-provoking issue by far is not knowing how they can reach their mentor or other team members to ask questions, and then how long they should wait for an answer. I liken this experience basically to the fear of sending out a group text and then just getting crickets as a response. The fellows start to wonder, did I do something wrong? Is everyone out there able to get stuff done but me? And quite frankly, their anxiety can escalate quickly. So you can help ease their fears by sharing how you plan to communicate with your fellow. For example, you could tell them, I will contact you primarily through email and chat, but I'll use chat for the quicker, more informal interactions and email for more formal tasks. And I also recommend talking with them about what they can expect in terms of response times from you. So for example, you could say, I'm usually pretty quick to respond, except on days when I have a lot of meetings, but typically I try to respond to email within 24 hours and to chat within 2. If you're waiting on a critical piece of information from me, you can give me a nudge on chat to remind me to respond. But if something really urgent comes up, feel free to text me because I'll get back to you ASAP and we can set up a time to connect via phone or video call. Finally, there are some other ways that you can make sure that your fellow has a positive experience working remotely. The first is talk honestly about why you enjoy remote work and discuss how you structure your time and your day just so that you can accomplish all of your tasks. If possible, plan some time to work together, in the office or another shared workspace, or maybe meet in person for your one-on-one. You could schedule virtual coffee chats with you, other people in your organization, or people in your, career network that might give good career advice to your fellow. You could attend a networking event together or include the fellow in team building events like lunches, happy hours, and karaoke. Just be mindful that if your fellow is under 21 and the event involves alcohol. So there you have it, some advice for how to help your fellows work effectively from a remote environment. You can find many more support documents and videos on our Mentor Resources webpage, and you can always reach out to your SITC advisor or the internships team with questions, and especially if you need help with a specific situation. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to watch this video, and I hope you have a good one. Take care. Bye.